Let's begin.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Thizzle in the building. And today, I'm going to be talking about the 2022 film, Day Shift, starring Jamie Foxx, directed by J.J. Perry. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Jamie Foxx plays Bud, a vampire killer who poses as a guy that cleans pools. He has to gather a large amount of money for his daughter's tuition and her braces, or his ex-wife, played by Megan Good, moves to Florida with their daughter, Paige. Bud's main income is taking money-worthy vampire fangs, but he becomes desperate in having to pay for his daughter's tuition, which resorts to him selling his favorite gun and even his Jordans, which gave me a chuckle. I really enjoyed Jamie's performance here. He does a great job in making you care about his problems in the film, and he also has that nice Jamie humor to him, which I thought really worked for his vampire hunter character. He also kicks ass in the action sequences. Jamie Foxx and the girl playing his daughter, Paige, have a great chemistry. They felt very natural to me. Paige was the exact opposite of a Dakota Fanning in War of the Worlds, who I found annoying and a bit bratty. Megan Good plays Bud's ex-wife, Jocelyn, and I really liked her in this film. Like I said, I actually cared about the financial problems they have with the daughter, Paige, and the ex-couple's relationship problems, which I usually don't care for. I'm always used to the ex-wife being annoying in films, but I didn't get that with Megan at all. I had a lot of fun watching Snoop play Big John Elliott. Yes, he's pretty much Snoop in a cowboy getup, but I loved his blunt-smoking, vampire-killing hunter character. Some people might have problems with Snoop in this film and his acting. I don't, but I get why you would, because of the line delivery and etc. It's Snoop, but I'm a fan of Snoop, so it doesn't bother me. A nitpick I have is that he might only have 20 minutes of screen time total, but Snoop has some cool moments himself in this film. We get to see Snoop fighting vampires, which is pretty cool. And he gets to speak a little bit Japanese when he's flirting with the dry cleaner lady near the start of the film, which was goofy, but I chuckled. He does have a fight scene near the end of the film that is a bit ridiculous, but I still got a big chuckle out of Snoop's stunt double scissor kicking the fuck out of a vampire. It sounds ridiculous, but I had fun with it, and I enjoyed Snoop in this movie. I thought Dave Franco was a funny addition as Seth, the union rep that has to babysit Bud while he goes on his vampire hunts. I enjoyed the back and forth banter between these two. There's even some nice dark humor with Dave's character later on in the film, but I don't want to spoil it. If you've seen the film, I think you know what I mean. It just involves a head. Seth is a more wimpy, cowardly kind of guy, but I enjoyed his character development when he gets to finally kick ass near the end of the film. Peter Stormare's in the movie. He has a nice, energetic performance. It's a smaller role, but it's always nice seeing him pop up. I like the Union and how Bud has to prove himself again. The head of the Union, President Seeger, has a scumbag tone to him, but I found his character pretty funny, especially when we see him mixing liquor with Pepto-Bismol. That part made me cringe, but I got a pretty big laugh out of it too. The Nazarian brothers kicked fucking ass. They damn near stole the whole show. One of them is Scott Adkins, who I'm a fan of. There's one awesome sequence where these two and Bud take out a house full of vampires. And this might be my favorite scene of the movie. I thought the action was fantastic between all three. And I wasn't bothered by the CGI blood at all, which is very rare to me. Some of the best vampire kills are in this scene. There's a chick named Heather in this movie, and at first she seems like the sweet neighbor to Bud. But later on in the film, she becomes a helping hand to Bud and starts kicking ass out of nowhere. I thought this character was awesome. She was dope. I didn't care for the main villain, Aubrey. The actress does not do a bad job. I just felt the movie needed a stronger, more intimidating villain. She does have a nice fight scene near the final act with Bud, but again, I would have to say she was my least favorite character. I can see people getting a little bit confused with how the vampires operate and how they get killed. Maybe some acrobatic stunts from the vampires can be a tad bit distracting, but it didn't bother me much. The fight choreography in this film is awesome. It's very well done. I'm not super surprised with the director, I believe, having worked on the John Wick films as a stunt coordinator or one of those guys. It definitely shows at times. I had a lot of fun with the action. I thought the gore was pretty nice. There might be a fraction of practical effects with CGI taking the wheel, but I still highly enjoyed the kills, the blood, and all the vampire decapitations. The CGI didn't bother me at all, which I was very surprised by. I thought the kills were really fun, with even one or two creative moments. For a first-time director, I think J.J. Perry did a great job with the overall direction. There's some really cool camera angles and trickery that I found unique, especially during the car chase scenes. One chase scene has Bud and his daughter Paige escaping a bunch of vampires on their tail. Paige is playing what I think is Mario Kart, and it blends with how Bud's driving. I loved how this scene was shot. I thought the cinematography was nice, very easy on the eyes, and very colorful. For the most part, I'm used to seeing LA be grimy, ghetto, gritty. So it was pretty cool to see how colorful and vibrant that LA appears in this film. Love the soundtrack. We got some Nipsey, some Pac, and of course music by Snoop in this film. But I highly enjoyed the music selection. Dirty even pops up with Shimmy Shimmy Ya before my favorite scene in the film. Had a great time with the soundtrack. The writing isn't incredible, but for the most part, I only had one or two problems with plot holes and such. There's also a weird choice of dialogue that involves the Twilight Saga and an Instagram reference that gave me a bit of a side eye. Despite one or two nitpicks that I have, I really enjoyed Day Shift, more than I expected. We have a great lead performance by Jamie Foxx, awesome action sequences, a nice supporting cast of colorful characters, and I had some nice belly laughs through the film. I'm gonna give Day Shift a surprising 9 out of 10. Great job for a directorial debut by J.J. Perry. I'm excited to see what the guy comes up with next. But that's it, y'all. It's your boy, Thizzle. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all. Subscribe if y'all want to see more reviews. But in the meantime, thank you. Peace.